I've only been shiny hunting for a few years now, but it is quickly becoming one of my favorite parts of playing Pokemon. I mean, that is what my whole YouTube channel is based around. And honestly, I've been doing a ton of hunting in Gen 4 lately, and I thought it'd be fun to go and do a tier list ranking every single shiny that debuted in the Sinnoh region. The good, the bad, and the ones you probably wish you could forget about. So let's get right into it. So here we've got our 5 pretty self-explanatory titles or categories. We've got GOAT status for the best of the tier list. We have must hunts, which are pretty good. Not the GOAT status, but honestly must hunts, in my opinion at least. We got mid for the ones that are pretty good. They're not bad, they're not great or good even. They're just, they're just decent. We got waste of luck, which are honestly pretty self-explanatory. If you find these, it's honestly probably a waste of luck or something else you could have gotten. And then we have doesn't change, which I think we know some of the Pokemon that are going to be on that part of the tier list. Let's get right into it, starting with the starters. I did hunt all of these. I think they look pretty decent, but I don't think they look great either. I'm going to throw Turtwig in mid, Grotle and Platinum Torterra in must hunt. After Platinum, they changed the shiny class for Torterra. They don't look very good, and that is very unfortunate. So I'm going to go with that for the Turtwig line. The Chimchar line, we're going to go with mid across the board. I'm just not really there. They're fine. Nothing really to write home about. And unfortunately, same with the Piplup line. Massacre me. I'm sorry. This is just how I feel about these starters. I wish they were better, but they're just okay. Got the Starly line, which I think is a must hunt. I think they're really good. Shiny's pretty subtle. Kind of got that autumn theme going on with a little bit of bronzing, but I think they look really good. Especially the blue feather on the tip of Staraptor's feather. Moving on to the Bibarel line. We know Bibarel's the god, or Bidoof rather, is the god of all Pokemon. But, however, its shiny is not the goat of all Pokemon. So I'm going to throw them in waste of luck. They change ever so slightly, but they're not fantastic either or even mid. I think they're just a waste. Kricketot, Kricketune, I think are must hunts. Really, really good shinies. Love those. The orange suits it so well. It looks really good. Moving on to the Shinx line. One of my favorite shiny lines of all time. Honestly, black, gold color scheme. What else could you ask for? GOAT status. First GOAT of the tier list. Fantastic shinies. And then Bidoof and Roserade, part of the Roselia line. I think Bidoof is a bit of a waste of luck in my opinion. Unfortunately. It's really just the little leaf here that changes. And we got Roserade, which I think is a must hunt. Really cool shiny, pretty subtle. But the bouquet colors changing is really cool. Moving on to the fossils. Absolutely love the fossils in this game as Pokemon. Mixed feelings on the shinies. I think, honestly though, I think Cranidos and Rampardos, honestly, I would throw them in GOAT status. I really, really like the red on them. I think it suits really well, especially with the red eye on Rampardos. I think looks really good. However, Shieldon and Bastiodon, kind of waste of luck. They don't look very great, especially in the new games. Barely noticeable. So unfortunate as that is. And for the first entry of Doesn't Change, we've got the whole Burmy line. Yep. They just don't do anything for me as Pokemon or shinies. It just doesn't change. Whatever. Then we got Mothim though. Probably the best thing, honestly, to come out of the Burmy line. And I think it is a must hunt. I think it's really good. Really cool color scheme. Blue and that yellow color. Classic combo. Looks really good. Combee and Vespiquen. Some people love this shiny. I am not one of them. I think they're just kind of mid. They're okay. Then we got Pachirisu. Pretty cool. I like the pink instead of the blue. Makes it kind of cute looking. So I think we're going to throw that in. I think it's mid. It's not a must hunt for me. It's not a waste of luck. I think it's just mid. It's cool. Got Floatzel and Buizel. Love these Pokemon. However, we're here talking about shinies. And how they're not really my favorite. So I think, honestly, there's better things you could get with your luck. And I think they're kind of a waste of luck. We got Cherubi, rather, my fault. Got Cherubi, Cherum, and Cherum Day, I guess. I think we got Cherubi in mid, but I think must hunt for Overcast Cherub and Sunshine Cherub. Some shinies are subtle, yes, but sometimes the subtlety is good, and I think in Cherub Sunshine, it is a good subtle. I'm going to stick with must hunt on that one. I think it's really cool. We got Shellos and Gastrodon. They're not really my favorite, honestly. I'm going to throw them in mid. They're not a waste of luck in my opinion, but they ain't great. Maybe the male, actually, you know what? I think this one's maybe a waste of luck. It just doesn't really change that much. Sorry if that's your favorite. But we got Ambipom next. I think, honestly, is a must hunt. Really cool shiny. I love the pink and how the like skin tones of it brighten up a little bit. They turn a little pinkish too. They're pretty good. Then moving on, we got Drifloon and Drifblim. Some of my favorite ghost Pokemon reside in this game, and their shinies are very good. Very good ghost shinies in this game. So these two lead in the pack. Honestly, not surprising at all. They look fantastic. Both design-wise and shiny-wise. We got Baneri and Lopunny. Really cool shinies. I think they're must-hunts. Really cool place to find them in the Eternal Forest. Cool place to hunt. We got Mismagius. I think it's a GOAT status. Really cool. Love the green color. Looks like Mischievous a little bit too. So I think it's great. I love Mischievous as a shiny, and Mismagius is no different. Honchkrow, however, I think it's a must-hunt. I don't think it's a GOAT status, but it's very, very good. Big fan of it. And we got Glameow and Perugly. I'm going to throw them in mid. They're fine. I don't dislike them. I don't like them. They're cool. I wouldn't say it's a waste of luck, especially compared to Chingling. This thing straight up just doesn't change. I know I said some subtle shinies can work. This is not one of them. Just doesn't look very good. We got Stunky and Skuntank. Pretty cool shinies. Not a big fan of the design of the Pokemon, but the shinies, in my opinion, are a must-hunt. Really cool shiny colors. Pretty rare color. Like, you don't see this color very often on shinies, I think. So, it works out. Although, I know Chimchar is kind of that same color, and I put it in mid. But, at least Stunky changes a bit. So, there's that. We got Bronzor, Bronzong. I really like Bronzor, Bronzong. I think they just get a lot of dislike because they're very common for shiny hunters to find. So, a lot of shiny hunters aren't huge on it. But I think the color scheme is really cool, and I like it a lot. So, run it must hunt, along with Bonsley. Really like Bonsley. I love shiny Sudowoodo. Loved it in Gen 2 and 3. And when I saw Bonsley's shiny, I was like, yeah, that fits. Honestly, must hunt. Love that shiny line. I'm Junior, though. It's mid. Not a big fan of the Pokemon, and its shiny doesn't win me over either. But it's not a waste of luck. It changes a decent bit. I'm going to leave it there. Unlike Happiny. It doesn't change because it doesn't change. Just full stop. Moving on. Our Chatot is one I didn't really care for when I first played Gen 4 ever. I was like, oh, this is a Pokemon of all time. But when I saw it shiny in PLA when I found it, I was like, that actually looks really cool. So that's a hunt I really want to do in Gen 4 eventually. I really like it. I think it's a must hunt. Spiritomb, GOAT status. As I said, the ghost shinies in this game do not miss. There's one, though, that sucks, and we'll get to it. But it is a GOAT status ghost Pokemon. Kind of a tongue twister there, but I really, really like it. And that brings me to one of the most tragic lines in Pokemon history, the Gible line. I think Gible is a must-hunt. Shiny Gible looks so, so good. And then Shiny Gabite looks so, so mid. And Shiny Garchomp doesn't change. It is the industry leader of does not change. Like, wow, that is bad. Breaks my heart. I love Garchomp as a Pokemon. When I saw Shiny Gible, I was like, this thing's gonna look dope. And it didn't. So, moving on, we got Munchlax. Really difficult Pokemon to get. A lot of shiny hunters, I feel like, put it high on their list because of how difficult it is to find. But I'm talking purely from an aesthetic standpoint. I think it's mid. I don't think it's a waste of luck, but it's definitely not a must hunt for me. If you're a big fan of Munchlax, Snorlax, okay, then maybe for you it's a must hunt. But for me, it's a mid. It's cool as a shiny, but that's about as far as it's going to get with me. And this one might be a little controversial. Some people might dislike me for this, but Riolu and Lucario are just mid for me. Not a big fan. Could have been better. There was a Pokken version, I think that game was called, where instead of like the blue Lucario was red. That version looks sick. I'll pop it up on the screen. But I think that version looks infinitely better I think that's what we should have gotten instead, but we got what we got. It doesn't look terrible, but it's just not something I'm very inclined to shiny hunt for. Moving on, we got Hippopotas and Hippowdon. They're just mid. Not my favorite. I was gonna try and make a case for one of them, but no, it's just not good. Skorupi, I think, deserves GOAT status. I think Skorupi is a fantastic shiny. It's held on even in the 3D games where not many Pokemon did, but it did, and it's a trooper. I think it's fantastic. However, Drapion in Gen 4, 5 looks fantastic. In 6, 7, 8, 9, it looks tough. But I still think it's a must hunt. Because we're using these sprites. And in these sprites, it looks good. So I'm cutting it some slack. It's a must hunt. We got Krogunk, GOAT. GOAT status. Toxicroak and Krogunk, some of my favorites. Love blue shinies, and they fit the bill perfectly. Love them so much. We got Carnivine, I think is a waste of luck. I think his shiny colors are kind of decent. I like them better than the original colors, but it doesn't really redeem anything for me. I don't even think it's mid. I think it's just straight up a waste of luck. Your luck could be spent finding something much cooler. So sorry. We got Finneon and Luminion. I think they're cool. I think they're must hunt. I like the color scheme a lot. The yellow and dark yellowish color and the pink looks really good together. I think they're great shinies, and I think you should hunt them. We got Mantike. It's okay. Doesn't change enough for me to really say one way or another. It gets a little brighter of a color. They up the hue a little bit, and they were like, yeah, that's good. I think it's mid. Snover and Abomasnow. I think Snover is a must hunt. I think Abomasnow is GOAT status. I love blue shinies. This is no exception. And I think it's really good. Love that shiny. Weavile is another one. GOAT status. Pink and gold. Just contrast really well off each other. Look really good. Love that shiny. Some people I know are not a big fan of it. I think it looks fantastic. Got Magnezone, which honestly hurts. I think it's a huge waste of luck. Shining Magneton look way better. And unfortunately they ruined Shiny Magnezone with that color scheme for its shiny. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's a waste of luck. Shiny Licky, basically just big Lickitung. Same with the shiny. I think it's a must hunt. I think it's really cool. I really like Shiny Lickitung. Shiny Licky looks just as good. We're gonna stick that in must hunt. Another really disappointing one. That's in waste of luck for me. Not a big fan of it. Rhyperior is not very good of a shiny, and I think its original colors look better, and it's honestly very sad. We got Tangrowth. I think it's mid. I'm getting a little tired of green shinies in general. I know Tangela was green, so like it just continues on, but it doesn't do a whole lot for me, so it's mid. I don't think it's a waste of luck. I think it's a good shiny, but for me it's not like I'm not going out of my way to hunt it. I think Electivire in Gen 4 on these sprites is a must hunt. If we're talking about anything newer, it is very much mid, or maybe even waste of luck, but with these sprites it is a must hunt. Magmortar, kind of the same. I think it looks cool. Actually it does look good in the 3D game, so I'll say that about it, but pretty good. I think it's a must hunt. I think you should go for it. This one hurts my soul probably a lot. Not even probably, it just does. Togekiss, I love this Pokemon. I use it all the time. Anytime I play Gen 4 game, or just a game it's even in general, I always use it, but its shiny is just so bad. Yanmega, shiny Yanmega, I think is a GOAT status. I think it looks so good. Shiny Yanma looks so good. They just continued, made it really good. And I think it is a GOAT status shiny. Eevee fans are gonna hate me, curse me out, and I'm sorry, but they are the other captains of the doesn't change category, along with Garchomp. They just, it's like, okay, yeah, they exist, I guess. We got Gliscor, one of the best shiny colors ever, especially if you look at shiny Gligar. It looks infinitely better than Gligar. And if you have a Moonball, care about matching your Pokeball to your shiny Pokemon, then Gligar to Moonball, kind of a match made in heaven. So I think that's a really great shiny. Mamoswine, that's a waste of luck. Not very good. Bring back shiny Gen 2 Swinub. If you know, you know. Looks amazing. Then we got Porygon Z. I think it's a must hunt. I love shiny Porygon, and it looks just as good here as it does with Porygon 2 and Porygon. So it's a must hunt for me. Actually, I did hunt Porygon in Gen 4, so I technically already did. We got Glade. I think that's a must hunt for me. Looks really good. Not quite GOAT status, but really good shiny. Big fan of Glade, or well, it was just the whole Ralts line. I think it looks fantastic. Probopass, I'm gonna throw in must hunt. I think it's a good shiny. The contrast of the goldish color and the red is really good. I'll put it in must hunt. I think it is good. Then we got Dusknoir, who, you know how I said ghost shinies in this game were like fantastic? This is where it kind of goes downhill a little bit. Just doesn't change. Duskull and Dusclops, fantastic shiny. The red is phenomenal. Why they didn't continue that with Dusknoir, couldn't tell ya. So it joins Garchomp, Togekiss, Leafeon, Glaceon in the doesn't change category. Frostlass, I will say the shiny colors I feel like suit it better. I'm going to throw it in Waste of Luck. I still don't think it's a shiny you should go for unless you're maybe trying to complete the whole Snow Runt line. So maybe then, I guess. Then we got Rotom. I did this hunt, actually, a few months ago, back in April, I think. Got it in 24,000 encounters. Took a long time to get, but I think it is a must hunt. As much pain as it put me through, I think it is a hunt I will always think of fondly. And I love that shiny. So I'll throw them all in must hunt because they're literally the same except the eyes change color, which is pretty cool. Then we got the Lake Guardian Trio. Pretty cool shinies. I think they're mid. The only one I really like is this elf. I'll put that one in must hunt. I just think the color combo of the gold and blue looks really, really good. Maybe even Mesprit, actually. Uxie's really the only one that I'm just kind of like, eh. I got Dialga, Palkia. Maybe catch some of you off guard with this one. I think Dialga's mid, and I think Palkia is a waste of luck. I think there's other Pokemon you could waste your time on a lot better than shiny Palkia, that's for sure. Heatran, another doesn't change king. Just doing nothing for anyone. It just is. It exists. Could be regular for all I know. We got Regigigas. I think it's a must hunt. Such a cool shiny. I'll take it. I think it looks really good. So that's a must hunt for me. Giratina, you haven't got to ask. GOAT status. Literally might be my favorite. It's definitely my top 3 favorite shiny legendary Pokemon. So saying a lot. I think it looks fantastic. We got Cresselia. I think it's a GOAT. Little blue pattern there. It looks really good. These little things here on its chest are hands, if you didn't know that. Fun little fact. I didn't know that until the other day. But it is a really cool shiny. It's one of my favorites. Probably one of like the 2 roamers that ever actually bother hunting as a roamer. So that's cool. Maybe I'll do that one day. We got Fiona Manaphy. Waste of luck. Kind of change a little bit. They don't do anything for me. Waste of luck. They do change though. So we got Darkrai. This one makes me real sad. I think it's a waste of luck. It does change ever so slightly, but like they could have just done anything with this shiny. Like imagine this shiny like white or something. I don't know. But they could have just done so much more, and I feel like they kind of just phoned it in. Didn't really like it at all. Very sad about that one. We got 3 left. We got Shaman, and Arceus. I think Shaman's kind of mid. Color scheme on the hair is cool. I think if the leaf changed color, I think I would rate it higher. But as is, it is what it is. And Arceus, I think, is the GOAT. Not only literally, but also shiny aesthetics. It is really good. And I really need to do that hunt on BDSP. So maybe I'll get around to that one day. But that is it. That is the tier list. That's my tier list, at least. Let me know if you have any obvious changes to this. Any that you just really hate me for. Let me know down below. If you want to see other tier lists, also let me know about that. I do all these shiny hunts in Gen 4 on my Twitch. If you want to come hang out in the streams and watch some shiny hunts, shiny hunt with me, link will be down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.